And welcome to the second ever episode of the Goats and Cats podcast.
Woo!
Yes.
All right.
Let's go. My name is Carter, and I am joined here by Ian.
What's up?
AKA Q-Craft. Can you spell
like
that?
the letter.
Like Q. Okay,
Q, like
Q-Craft. But it's
Yes.
spelled
Q
KYU.
Queen Qua, right?
Q on YouTube. And then we also got Mr. Senior Yeast here. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mace is his real name. It's not his cover name because everyone thinks you're like Mace Windu.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so awesome.
Yeah. Wait, was that your did your parents do that after?
That's my birth name, Mace.
Really? Wow.
Was it after Mace Windu or?
I can't disclose that information.
And Ian, that's isn't that Norwegian?
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
because like one time, it was at like the end of the school year, and my teacher gave all of the people in the class like a bookmark, and it had like what your name means on the bookmark, and mine it was like either Scottish or Norwegian or something, and it was
Okay.
like all these. I can't remember all of them, but it was very interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. But we all have something very in common.
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are. We are all YouTubers.
Oh yes.
Yes, sir.
Very exclusive club. Very,
Oh,
very,
yes.
very
You
exclusive.
know,
This is
I
fun.
was checking my social blade earlier today,
Oh,
and
whoa.
I am actually the 21,245,039th most subscribed YouTuber in the world, boys.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh, I'm probably way past that because I only have 20 subscribers.
I checked Ian's. He was like 11 million and something like that. So
Wow.
let me-
I just try hard and
Yeah,
grind
try
all
hard.
day,
Ian
24 straight.
is such a tryhard. But your channel focuses on what?
Minecraft, especially that kind of content.
Miney.
Yes. It's definitely centered around that because probably I'd say maybe 3 years ago, I got Minecraft. I was playing it. I was into it. And then, COVID hit. And so I started helping out my dad with live streaming and things like that. So as I'm learning all these things about tech and I'm playing this awesome game, I'm like, gee, if only there was a platform where I could
Gee
output
willikers.
all these skills that I'm trying to learn. It's like, hey, YouTube, right? And
Right.
I made a Minecraft YouTube channel so I can practice video editing qualities and then also, play the game that I like to play.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know because when I was starting the podcast, I was like, I used to always make home movies and to make the stupidest plots in movies. And
Yeah.
And I was just watching these movies back with friends a couple days ago, and we literally every storyline started with conflict, and then immediately we always had guns. There was always guns involved, and then guns were involved. They were just shooting
Duels.
at each other for no reason, and which is the rest of it was either I was just fighting or just shooting, and then there was some little resolve at the end, but it was always just 10 seconds of a conflict that happened between two characters, and then immediately just switched to full on just boom, 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 guns
boom,
going
boom.
back and forth. Oh, it was so cheesy, and it was the worst. But that definitely sprung my I always wanted somewhere to be able to share and actually make quality stuff, but I never found any possibility to do that until now. But yeah.
What about you, Mace? How did you get?
Yeah,
how'd you get
so
into YouTube?
I was similar a little on a lesser scale though. I did some little home movies, which once again Nerf guns all the way, not sponsored. So then Ian here started his channel, and I was like, wow, this looks fun. This looks interesting. So maybe 3, 4, 6 months later, something like that, I was like, boom, Senor Yeast was born.
With now what 137?
137.
Oh,
Hey.
Or
wow.
34, something like that.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Dang. Getting up
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yeah.
Business cards, I'm telling you. Just
Really?
handing out business cards. You're like, yo.
Door
And
to
the-
door
and the t-shirt,
subscribing.
too, yeah.
That t-shirt.
Oh,
yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
Yeast merch right here.
Yeah,
Coming someday.
I know. Yeah, we should set up some sort of collab, Patreon or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Patreon.
I don't know if anyone would pay for
GoFundMe,
that though. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Small YouTubers
Yeah.
want.
I know because it's not cheap at
Oh no,
all.
my
Like,
$100 camcorder, man, is not holding up well.
because it's
Yeah.
like it's everything. Like you just don't think. I mean, most people just think about, oh yeah, you just need like a camera, but it's like
Yeah.
the camera, the lights,
Yeah.
audio, the
Editing software.
audio software,
So
a
important.
computer,
Yeah.
like everything just like tacks on, and then it just builds, and you're like,
That's why it's
I'm gonna
really
die.
important. Like currently, right, I have about 400 subscribers, and one of the main things I'm trying to do is just find a niche.
Yeah.
Like I just want to get into
Like this
a
is me.
rhythm.
yeah, yeah,
Right,
yeah.
because like
Yeah.
I can record and edit videos all day, but it's about like staying consistent and scheduling
yeah.
those things that I
Mm.
think
Oh,
is
yeah.
the hardest part.
Well, what I've realized in the last few weeks is just like, you know, getting promoted and getting found on YouTube literally just boils down to watch time.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm.
like
Oh, yeah.
what percentage, you know, like my last video was, I think 36%, you know, watched it all the way through or something like
Mm.
that. When, you know, like big boys like Mr. Beast, Tommy, and all those people are looking for like 70% retention
yeah,
rate.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
And like the
So-
click through rate of like
Oh,
how
yeah.
long are they staying on there
Yeah,
before?
it's just like a
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, my God.
Also, only a small percentage of people
Yeah.
are actually subscribed to my channel.
Oh, I know. It's so.
which
I hate
reminds
that
you,
statistic.
subscribe,
Yeah.
like, comment, share.
I was looking the other day, and it was like, it was like 75% of people that have watched
Yeah.
my videos or my one episode aren't even subscribed yet, and it's like,
That's
come on,
surprising.
people. I know,
That's like
it's annoying.
actually
Like, right
interesting.
out the
Like
gate.
because I see so many like YouTubers say that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's. I'm not
Well, I
gonna-
always thought that
like, I
graph
think
was
that's
like
annoying.
fake or
Yeah.
like, you know, something like, oh, come on, don't,
yeah,
you know,
yeah, sure.
don't
Like you have a
whine,
couple
know?
million subscribers, but it's actually
Yeah.
true. Like a lot of people that are subscribed to channels, most of the time don't even watch it. It's just
Mm.
other people.
Or
Yeah.
it's that you know watch and enjoy the video, but you don't
Yeah,
end up
you don't
subscribing
end
and
up
things like
subscribing.
that. You know,
Yeah.
which there's plenty of reasons for that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know, but it's. I mean, it's not.
I mean, I also used to watch YouTube for hours without even being signed in. You know what I mean?
true. True. Yeah, because that doesn't. Does that even?
It doesn't automatically do it. You have to like manually like, you know, create a password.
No,
Yeah,
I'm,
you have to
I'm
have a
talking about like
channel.
views. Like, does not being signed in?
It does count. I did a test.
does?
It does.
Really?
It counts like watch time. It counts, but like you can't like it or subscribe or
Oh,
Yeah.
you know. So or
Yeah,
I'm
because-
not even sure if you can comment. Quite honestly,
Because I feel like this might already be happening. But like, what if someone is just setting up like a bunch of computers just to watch,
Just to farm views.
just to farm views and watch time on?
I think that's called Fiverr.
wow.
I don't know if
Paying
that
people to watch.
probably happens, and
Somewhere.
maybe we don't realize
Yeah.
it. Because like if you just have like 3 computers running 20 tabs of the same video on unsigned in,
That's
Think
like
about
300
that.
views right
that's
there.
like
Yeah.
300 views in like, and you have a 10-minute long video. You can do
The cops
that.
are coming.
The cops are coming. You can do that like all day long and get hours of watch time in like a single day. I never
Yeah.
thought about that.
You know,
Get
I need to look
monetized.
a little more into this.
Well, because you need what
1,000
subscribers
Yeah.
and 4,000 hours of watch time.
Yeah.
How much watch time are you at? Because you put out a lot of videos.
I've put out, I think almost 50 videos. I
Oh,
think.
whoa.
Yeah. So the last time I checked, so I have 400 subscribers, and I think I have like 1,600 hours. I
Whoa,
think.
okay.
So
you're like
approaching
almost
the halfway,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the literal halfway
Yeah,
mark
yeah,
of like
yeah.
being monetized and things.
Yeah,
like
I
that.
know, because that's what I'm just like. It's not that I'm doing this for the money, but
Well, I'm in it only. No.
I think it's gonna be a great day if I ever get to that point of like hitting that
Yeah.
monetization.
It's exciting,
mark.
yeah.
Because
Oh,
I
it's
just
a
don't know
milestone.
how
It's
much.
definitely a goal, but
I
you
mean,
can't
it's-
make it an idol. I mean, if you just think,
Yeah.
1,000 subscribers,
That's all I
4,000 hours of
need.
view time, then once
Yeah.
you get there and you're making like what, $2 a day,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know, it's
at
gonna
the
be
most,
like,
yeah.
you know, most channels. From what I've found, looking around, you know, Google we trust.
I love that.
Most channels drop off around 1,000 subscribers because
Huh.
they get there and then it just burn out.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, and then they like stop, making any videos because I think you
Yeah.
definitely have to grind like you're doing, which definitely shows with subscriber count.
Yeah.
Like just like keep putting out videos constantly.
Oh yeah.
I just
which
have
is-
a little list on my phone. It's like video ideas. Like sometimes it's in the middle of the night. I'll be like, that would make a good video,
Oh,
wouldn't it? It's like,
definitely.
hey.
Definitely.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, but anyway,
Yeah. Also, like you have to do it in 12 months. I mean, from your first video publishing or something
really?
like that. Yeah.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. If you look at the little like monetization tab on Studio/YouTube, not YouTube/Studio, Studio/YouTube, which there's a difference, big difference. It's like in the first 12 months. I'm not sure it's when you create the channel or when you first video. So I mean, mine's in
yikes.
December, and I'm like, ooh.
I didn't know that.
My
That's not good.
95 hours of view time in the
Yeah.
last like 8 months. I mean,
Yeah, that's. Ooh,
I think
that's
it
tricky.
carries over, but like,
okay.
or no. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not sure.
That's kind of
that's
Okay.
a good question, actually.
Okay. Huh.
interesting.
I know that's why because just like a couple days ago, I just got everything or the first episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify.
Yeah,
and all
I
those.
found you guys on Apple Music. I saw
Yeah,
that.
And
I
that
just-
was
yeah.
exciting because that was a lot more complicated than YouTube because you aren't just you don't upload straight to Spotify. You have
Yeah.
to upload to a hosting place and then you have to like link
Oh.
it's a mess and it's definitely not easy. It's not like uploading straight to YouTube and then YouTube hosts your content there. And I think you have to have like a certain thing like with monetization. You have to like pay for. They don't do like automatic monetization like YouTube.
Yeah.
You have to have your like ad breaks or whatever and have those inserted. But
Oh,
yeah,
podcasts.
I know podcasts. It's
Yeah.
it's a wild.
It's a wild world of podcasting.
It's a very, very, very wild world. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about some Olympics that have been happening.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
This is my-
2020 Olympics,
well,
baby.
2020
That
in
confused me.
2021.
In
Right?
2021.
I'm looking around and seeing all like the gymnasts in the pools and whatever. There's flags everywhere that say Tokyo 2020, and I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
are we
Yeah.
we're living in the past?
That confused
Deja
me.
vu.
That confused me for like probably a couple days of watching them. I was like, why didn't they just change it? But then I was like, oh, I guess they've
They
been
already
they've
made
been preparing
everything.
for years
Yeah.
and years and
Right.
spending.
And most country goes bankrupt. You know, they don't.
Yeah.
you
It's
know.
insane.
Like
Yeah,
Tokyo
I-
reused, I think, their gym and some other things from like 1964 or
Yeah.
something like
I heard
that.
a story about there was like when I forget which country it was in, but like a place they made a skate park for the Olympics, right? And they
Oh,
had
yeah.
to keep that up, and then like. Right, I hear stories. It's like they built this thing for the Olympics, and now it's like a part of the community.
Yeah,
And there are
yeah.
other stories. It's like they had to build this thing for the Olympics, and now it's like
All
a
those
dump.
clickbait
No.
title videos. You
No,
know.
definitely no. I was reading an article the other day about the huge stadium that they built for Rio, which held like 60,000
Yeah.
people. The whoever owned it or built it like went bankrupt, and so it's literally sitting there just like degrading as we speak. And it's like a
Yeah.
huge stadium, and no one uses it. And that's happened. Like if you think about how many summer sports there are, like I mean, there's
Yeah,
just
there
so
are
many
loads.
random one
Yeah.
like
Equestrian. Why is that in the Olympics?
it's equestrian.
Horseback riding.
Horse stuff.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
And the
horse-
horses
yeah.
don't get the medals. Think about that. That's like Carter telling me to wash the dishes. I wash the dishes, and Carter gets the reward. Think about that.
Communism, baby.
True.
Communism.
Well, just yeah. If you think about, there's like I don't know how many summer Olympic sports are, but there's
There are,
probably hundreds.
Oh, yeah.
No, not
Not
100.
hundreds.
I think it was 50.
Really?
50 different events.
Yeah.
Because there's so many
But
from
then-
horseback riding to shooting to like ping
But then
pong
there's
and-
so many different variants. Like I mean, I'm a
Yes.
swimmer, so I mean, we
Oh.
got the 50 free,
Oh,
100
yeah.
free, 200 free. I can't remember if it's in yards
Fly.
or meters. I think it's
Yeah.
in
It's in
meters. So
meters.
400 free. Then we have like 800
1500
free,
free.
1500 free.
And then there's men and women, so it's
and
double.
Then there's
Yeah.
men and women.
Yeah.
Then there's all the other like butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke,
Relay,
you
mixed
know,
relay.
mixed relay. Yeah, it's the variants are endless. It seems like,
Especially for swimming now.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's and even not just swimming, but like also I was watching a bunch of the like the air rifle and air
Oh,
pistol.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
those are-
interesting. Those
Those
are fun.
are so cool because they like sit out there and they're like and it's so quiet. Like they don't even make it sound. But
And our
like
arm
they're
doesn't move. It's just like
I know it's so.
They should be surgeons.
steady.
Wait,
surgeons. Yeah.
Could people who handle guns be surgeons? That's a good question right there.
Oh.
Greatest
Right? Because if you
crossover
have
event in
really good
sports
aim
history.
or like really good steady
Yeah.
hands,
Yeah.
could you
And,
be
like,
a surgeon?
Composure too, because you
right?
really
Calm,
have to.
distractions.
You have to stay calm because they also have like blinders too. Did you see?
Yeah, yeah,
Some
I've
of them
seen
have blinders
those.
on the sides, and then they have one on the eye, and then they're like all blocked off, and
Dude.
then just their one eye is open. So it's a
That's an intense
intense.
sport.
It's very intense.
It's
Or
the
like
Olympics.
the skeet shooting too, with like the things
Yeah, that's
flying.
insane.
That's-
I can't
Yeah.
even see the ski. Like the frames don't
Yeah.
even. And it's,
Well,
this
I
is
can tell
amazing.
you, it's easier to see it when you're there.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
way easier to see. You know, on
But
the
they
screen is
shoot
like
so quickly
know.
and like every time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. The consistency of like sports like that is, like, maybe basketball, you can like make
Yeah.
little mistakes here and there, and like it's
Yeah.
your team might still win, but if you miss
miss a
one
ski-
little
Yeah.
thing, like it's gonna end your
Well,
definite.
one thing I love about swimming as compared to baseball and basketball, which I've played, is baseball and basketball. It's a team of individuals, as in swimming is individuals on a team. Where you're competing for yourself, but you're part of a team. Whereas in basketball and baseball and most, mainstream soccer, football, etc., it's like, you're a team, but you're an individual. When you have that ball,
Yeah.
everything's on you, and you're to Babe Ruth or Joe Blow. So
Yeah, that's the same way it was with cross country, because I ran cross country for a couple of years, and it's the
Yeah,
same thing. Like you get
exactly.
scored as an individual, but then they all add up to
Uh-huh.
like
For the team.
which
Yeah.
is it's a different dynamic than soccer or baseball or basketball or
Tell
whatever.
Tell us a little
whatever
more about
sport.
your swimming experience, Mace. Are you on what's your stroke? Are you on a team right now?
He's
Yeah.
just jacked. That's all he is. He's the jack.
Yeah.
It's the best sport.
Yeah, I mean, it is those all-around fitness sport, I still am trying to focus in. I've only been doing this for like a year. This is my first year on we call it winter swim as opposed to summer swim around here. But so far I've had the biggest success in like 100 free, 200 free, stuff like that.
So
I'm
a
definitely
sprinter.
mid-distance sprints. I mean, so talking to my coaches 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago, the 400 free or the 200 was kind of considered middle distance. But now, everything's getting so intense that now the
Yikes.
200 is a complete all-out sprint, which it's one of the hardest events because it's long enough you can get tired,
Yeah.
but short enough you got to keep sprinting. You
Yeah.
can't get into like a rhythm really. It's just like go 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 because at the 50 everybody's trying to hold their breath. Like
Yeah.
you're trying to do no stroke or like no
Or no
breath or
breath,
one
the
breath.
stroke.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
So-
right. I remember. It was either I think it was Dressel, and it was either in the
Yeah.
50 or the 100. He didn't take a breath during the fly. It was insane.
Oh
my
yeah,
goodness.
which is crazy. Like not taking a breath in the
Yeah.
fly is it's there's people who breathe on their side when they're doing the fly. They go like I have
In the
no
fly?
clue how they do it.
Whoa.
Yeah,
It's
I've seen
really
that.
weird.
Yeah, because you can like manipulate the water, right? So that like your head,
When you come up.
so if you're going, like I haven't done swimming in like 10 years, but if you're going like your head's down
Yeah.
like this, right?
Uh-huh.
And if you tilt your head just to the side, then your head is blocking where the water's
The
coming,
whole-
so you get a little pocket here of air. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
that's how
for
they do it.
freestyle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for freestyle, that's the whole. Yeah,
That's the
definitely
whole
for
thing.
freestyle.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see it working in butterfly too. I've never actually thought of
But
it
not
that
as
way.
hard. But like
But-
you're basically like blocking the water for
Well,
split seconds. So you can
That's
little
interesting.
And when you're doing freestyle, you breathe out before. So when you're holding your head down, you go, whoosh, let out all your air. So then when you turn, it kind of just like you suck in air. It's like
Oh.
a weird phenomenon if you're not used to it, where your lungs just fill up with air in that pocket you're talking about. You might get a
That's
little water in
interesting.
there,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
not. It's
like a vacuum almost.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
vacuum, exactly.
But
It's
you're
like
like
a
having to
vacuum,
turn
yeah.
your whole body, because I saw
It
some
starts
swimmers.
with the hips. Your hips are what dictate your stroke
okay.
for freestyle, at least. Well, actually, the hips are kind of for everything actually.
Yeah, really.
But
in every sport.
the whole exactly. But your hips, you start your movement with your hips.
Okay. Huh.
So exactly, and also like when you're kicking, people always think of like kicking, like, but the hips
yeah,
you're
you
trying
gotta
to like get a
turn.
full body instead of just like your knees.
yeah. Swimming that was my nemesis as an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
That was my
Waking
So-
up at like 6 and just jumping in the freezing pool.
Oh my goodness.
Or
Ugh.
4:30.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 4:30.
Practice this season starts at like 5:30 or 5:20. It kind of
That's
alternates.
insane.
Oh goodness.
2
man.
hours. It's gonna be intense.
That's why I left. No.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the false start during the triathlon?
I did.
Yeah.
That was absolutely
That
crazy.
was
That was like
sad.
I don't even know how many people, like 50 or so
I don't
competed.
remember.
I can't remember, but they were
Yeah.
all lined up on the dock, and then the boat was
Yeah.
so
It
it
was
was like the boat, you're getting like a pan shot, and they weren't supposed to start yet, but the boat was like halfway through going past the line, and as he like went halfway, then they just started, and all the people that had already been in the opening pan shot jumped in and started swimming, and the other half were blocked by the boat, so they just stopped, and and then they had to restart and get out, and that would absolutely like
so
mess up
sad.
your whole rhythm.
False starts are hilarious, but
it's
awful
so
to think
sad.
about.
Like, yeah, I can't remember what. I think it was at the Rio Olympics. I'm not sure, but a swimmer false started, man. I mean,
and he's just disqualified.
No, they let him go, but I mean, he was crying. I mean, I would have been in the same position, man. It is like
you get
all that work,
so amped up,
4 years, of intense work, you know, and you're so amped up,
and
then
just plop, all that energy is just left in the water, and when you come out, it's just awful.
And I've never false started, but I've been in heats that false started, and like, I mean, you know, or watched heats that false start, and even these like, you know, Olympic caliber people, you know, their race is never as good after a false start. They never get a personal best because their whole mojo just leaves their body, you know, once you jump in, you got to restart, you know, or just get qualified at certain meets, you know.
And especially for a triathlon that's like a 2-hour long event where you are.
Can't imagine.
Oh my goodness, that would absolutely suck. There isn't
the mental. Mental. It's like
because then you're all wet, and then
swimming is 90% mental and the other half is physical.
That was very bad. I think we should. Should we cut that out?
Let's take a break. Actually, let's take a break.
Take a
podcast.
break.
This has been a great. We got to continue
Yes,
more
sir.
on the
Yes,
Olympics.
But let's. We will be right back. In
Don't
just
go
a
anywhere.
short second. And we're back.
Wow.
Oh, over the break, Mace was just bringing up an interesting point here about. Wait, what was it? I was like hoping I was gonna. It was about. Oh my goodness. It was the YouTube. Oh, the text at the bottom.
Oh, the text at the bottom. Engagement.
Subtitles are a pain to make. They're so hard to make.
Oh no.
Well, we were just discussing like things to keep watchers on, but you're saying something about
so I've been, you know, for my research and stuff, having text at the bottom of the screen, you know, it's kind of flashing rapidly because, you know, watching and listening are passive activities, but reading's an active activity. So having them, I mean, they might not read the entire thing, but kind of just have it down there kind of keeps them engaged, which keeps them watching, keeps the view hours up, which, you know.
Unfortunately, I can actually testify to that theory. Like, I've noticed I intend to watch, like, if I'm watching Bed Wars YouTubers, there are some that have subtitles and don't, and I tend to watch the ones that have subtitles way more.
Oh, yeah. And that, like, move really quickly when they're talking. And
it's like just a couple words, and then it just keeps popping.
Yes. I don't know what that is, and it might not even be the whole video, but it comes in and out because it's like you said, it takes a lot. It's really
painful. I just started doing it for my most recent video yesterday night.
Typing, entering, cutting. Typing, entering, cutting.
Yeah.
In my editing software in Premiere Pro, you can have like a set, like, so you don't always have to change the font and positioning.
Yeah.
But it's still, you just have to listen and type.
Well, me using
trim.
iMovie, I could complete chat.
You can chat? Oh, nice.
But no, you can, you know, they have like a preset, you know, and you can just drag that over the entire thing. So then you can just like type, splice, type, splice, type, splice, and it's a little faster.
I wish there was a setting where you could literally hit a button and
just voice it.
Yeah, right? Because there are like social media filters do that.
I'm sure there's a way you can do. You know what you could do? If there's a social, I actually didn't know about the social media filter. If there's a social media filter, you could have this, you could play the video into the social media filter. Screen record the social media filter doing that.
That's actually
and then I don't know if you could crop it out or whatever, but like, you know,
interesting.
That's a good interesting.
Yeah. There could be the software.
There's gotta be some software somewhere that does like, you know, dictation.
Because there's
captions.
every big YouTuber seems like they're using it nowadays.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, totally.
So
you could probably do something. But bringing up some new, like what you're saying about Instagram or social media. I just released a short video a couple days ago, yesterday from the recording of this episode about a new segment I want to bring on regularly is some advice. So it's kind of hard to describe that in the short little tidbit I've released on my channel and on my Instagram. Go follow carter.goats.cats.
While you're doing that, you can follow Senior Yeast.
Yeah, Senior Yeast.
I don't have an Instagram, but subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe.
Link in bio for all of those.
Yes, they will all be in the bio, definitely, for sure.
The description. It's not called the bio anymore.
What I want to explain.
So
sorry. We're very sorry.
Forgive me on my.
You were saying.
Anyways, explain a little bit more. I will explain a little bit more about that. What my thought is that you guys, the listeners, if you have any stories that you might need some advice on, any situations, any relationship advice,
Not too crazy situations.
nothing too crazy.
We're not experts.
I will be definitely, if there's anything in there that's suspect, I will definitely be filtering these. I will not share your name. I mean, you're welcome to put your name if you want to.
Anonymous, if you don't.
Kind of write this as a like a letter to me and to my guests here that will be joining me. And I actually did receive one since I only gave about 12 hours from releasing that announcement to now.
Subscriber.
I didn't give you often, but I got one response from a very fake name and email. And I know that because I don't know this name, and I thought I would.
Carter, just read the thing.
I'll just read it. One more yeah, I'm just going to read it. Anyway, this is the email in the entirety. And you can email me at carter.goats.cats@gmail.com. Okay, here it is. This listener says, before I ask you the question, I just want to say that I love your show and your children, and your mom's third aunt twice removed is my grandma's twin.
So you guys are
very
related.
close.
Oh my God.
They're somehow related.
Practically brothers.
They're kin.
I still need to go through and figure out who that would actually be.
That's
I
actually
don't.
interesting. Family trees are a mess.
Yeah, I know they are definitely.
Oh yeah.
But they love the podcast anyway. They say, here's the question. Please research it because I'm completely serious. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Very interesting question there.
Yeah, actually, I did a research paper on woodchucks. No.
So that's the only one I've gotten so far. So please take that as an inspiration or a.
Can you do better?
Can you do better than this? Because please do better than this. Because I really wanna help you. Yeah.
If
Engagement
X represents woodchucks and Y represents chucked wood. I think we can make a find Z for the parabola.
Oh my gosh! Please do not bring math into this.
Well, if a woodchuck could chuck wood, and if a woodchuck would chuck wood,
how much wood could that woodchuck then chuck, though?
Oh,
that's a good question right there.
That is a very good question. Interesting.
Carter, answer it.
Personally, I think that woodchuck could chuck wood. With the pre-stated circumstances.
The philosophical question is, would that woodchuck chuck the wood, though? Maybe it could,
emotionally
but
or physically?
I don't know.
No, that's a real
Mentally.
question.
Spiritually.
I have a trivia question.
Two trivia
Trivia questions.
I love trivia.
This is what animal is synonymous to the woodchuck?
Synonymous? You're going to have to define that for me. Pea brain.
It's basically the same thing, but it's just named differently. I think that's what that means.
Okay. Groundhog?
Chipmunk?
Groundhog.
I'm a genius.
He's a genius.
What about chipmunk, bro?
And second trivia question, which I know I'm looking at you, will be able to answer this. I know you're watching. I'm not going to say any names.
Called out.
I'm not going to say any names, but what radio show was that trivia question asked on?
Ooh. Car Talk.
No.
I don't know any radio.
You will not know. You will not know. It's a very old radio show, and I know there's
Click and
one
Clack.
person that will know this. Not Click and Clack. I wish it was Click and Clack.
Click and Clack.
They are my.
I
they
still
are my
have memories
inspiration.
listening to them in the
I am
car.
uneducated in radio.
Do you know? Have you ever heard of Car Talk? Ooh, we might need to.
Time to educate you, boy.
Educated as
Education. Get you a good education.
The
3 year.
Okay, quick. Car Talk was of these two brothers from Boston, very strong Boston accents, but from like the 80s, 90s.
I think I want to say 70s. I want to say like late 70s, early 80s.
Okay. Anyway, they started a long time ago,
Yeah.
and the one of them died in like 2003,
Oh, man.
4, 9. I don't know.
I thought I remember. Yeah,
2000s.
maybe,
Anyway,
somewhere around there.
one of them I think is still alive.
But
but
what's the cheese?
They basically do.
Tea.
It's called Car Talk, and they're like master mechanics, and people call in and they describe their car problems, and then they try to fix them over the phone.
That's genius.
It is hilarious.
That is,
and
they have Boston accents.
Yeah, and they are the most.
They got
have
some thick accents.
Their
like with two
personality.
C's, you know.
their personalities are like just so funny, and just like they have the best stories, and
That's
people come
amazing.
up and with the best car situations, and
What if there was a woodchuck in my engine, and the engine was made of wood?
Oh,
And
Would
the
it
woodchuck
chuck
had
my
been
engine?
sitting in the engine for approximately 5 minutes. How much of the engine is left, and how much do I need to repair it? And how much will the repairs cost?
Coming
out of wood.
represent
coming to your math books in 2022.
SAT.
All right, I'm going to go transition into a listener request for a segment. All right. This man,
Bring it on.
you know who you are.
You know who you are.
You know who you are.
Do you know who you are?
I'm looking
who
at
are you?
you.
This
Bubba.
man recommended that we look over some interesting local news stories that have been
Local?
happening. Or
Local.
well, not local to us, but like
Our
In America?
country.
not like CNN or
The
like
US
like
of A.
big companies are covering. That's just like
Oh,
little
like
little discreet,
ground.
Yeah, from
obscure things from some random
Middletown,
small
America,
town, Middletown,
you
America. Oop, apologies. So I've got the first one here. Is this is the headline? Here we go. Man, 29 rides bus to high school, charged with trespassing.
Wait. Oh my God. A 29-year-old got on a
20-year-old
school bus?
got on-
are you
Okay.
talking about the bus driver?
No. I'm not talking about the bus driver. All right, here we go.
How-
This is the story. A 29-year-old Tennessee man who rode on the school bus and walked into a high school with students has been charged with trespassing, officials said.
What did he say?
A deputy
He
was
walked
called.
in with this. Oh my gosh. Sorry, keep going.
No, okay. A deputy was called to Granger County High School on Tuesday and spoke to Juan Perky, who told him he had ridden a school bus to the facility. News outlets reported, citing an arrest report from the Granger County Sheriff's Department. Perky had been standing on the side of the road with papers in a binder when a substitute driver saw him and thought he was a student and picked him up. Okay, let's just stop there.
Oh.
Somebody
What
lost
would
their
you
job.
do if you had a
Yeah.
little briefcase and you had your papers
Yeah.
and you were 29,
Your
so you
papers.
weren't like you did? It was obvious that you were like in or out of high school.
Yeah.
And a school bus drives up to you
Hold up,
because it
guys.
thinks not the school bus, the driver
Sure.
thinks
Thinks-
that you're a student. Do you
hold up-
take
hold
your
up there,
chances
Ethan.
and get on the bus?
we got a little-
Oh,
We got a little mic
Uh-oh.
troubles here.
oh. Can he fix
We're
it?
fixed. All right.
Yes, he
Continue.
can.
Yes.
If a school bus mistakes you for a student, are you hopping on that bus? Or are you being a good citizen and not risking an arrest?
Not a perv.
I think I would take it to the school. So, okay, let's say I lost my license in a legal mismatter, and I'm 29 and I have to walk or like get a taxi everywhere or a bus.
Okay.
I think in that situation I would take the bus to school, but I would not enter the school.
Definitely.
I would I would just walk, because normally schools are like closer to town or whatever. So I just
Yeah.
take the school to town or whatever from my neighborhood if I couldn't drive. But that's a very specific situation,
That's-
which I hope never happens.
Yeah.
29, no license,
So-
briefcase and papers.
The amount of sus in that entire blip it.
What would you do?
Well, I think it'd be very case sensitive. Off the bat, I'm like, no, not me. But I mean, if it was, if I was very, very desperate, I wouldn't definitely go into the school. But I might ask the bus driver, hey, yo, can I get a ride if he's already stopped and opened the door for me?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's admirable. So this is what the superintendent said.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Granger
Oh.
County School
Are we
District.
gonna get arrested?
He said
Hermione went there.
He said it is not uncommon for the substitute not to tow any of the students, which that's plausible because it's a substitute bus driver.
Oh yeah.
Not to what?
Not to know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, that
because
makes-
if you're a
that
regular
makes
bus driver,
sense.
seeing the
That
same
makes
kids, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And he said it was the most unique situation we have ever seen.
Unique.
After he walked
Unique
into
way.
this is not Granger anymore. After he walked into the high school with other students, a teacher stopped him and took him into the office and called the police. Wow.
Good for her. Or
Yeah.
So,
him,
he must
whatever.
have not looked too much like a student. I mean, if the front, I mean, I don't feel like the front. I mean, maybe it's a
yeah,
really
right.
small school, but I mean,
Yeah, how
I mean,
big is Granger County public schools?
Exactly. Like, I mean, if they got more than probably a few hundred kids, I mean, they're not going to know each kid. So you have to look a little sus, you know?
Another factor is, like, if you're a substitute bus driver, then, like, since A, you don't know all the students. You don't want to miss a kid. B, how often, that's a good statistic. How often are substitute bus drivers needed? Because, like, bus drivers,
there's always a bus driver shortage,
right?
Like, I know there's one this year.
Really?
Like, I just read that on the news. It was like, you know, bus hires needed now. You know.
Interesting. Well, I was trying to play on the factor, like, what if the substitute is, like, really worried about, like, keeping their job and things like that? They don't want to miss a student.
Like, bruh,
right?
That's not gonna look good
anyway. Sure, you've got everyone. So if you see a suspicious youngster,
a slightly looking older gentleman by the name of Juan, you might Juan Perky. That's his name. Perky.
That's a perky name right there.
That's a very perky name. All right, let's continue on. This next story, I actually discovered this in my news feed the other day, and then rediscovered it again while researching some interesting articles.
All right.
There is a epidemic. Besides the current pandemic of the COVID-19, there is an epidemic.
Not a pandemic, an epidemic.
An epidemic.
A pandemic. I'm not sure the exact difference, but I think a pandemic is more associated with like viruses or like health, and I think an epidemic is more of like
statistical.
Like geographically, I don't know.
Or just. It's less of like a health concern and more of just like we have a shortage on.
Like a crisis.
Like a water epidemic.
A pandemic is like a
disease.
Disease. Okay. Exactly.
Unclean.
Anyway, this epidemic is in northern Michigan, and it is upsetting the community members, and it is the loudness of pickleball players.
Oh wow! I actually did see that too. I saw that.
I saw that. Loud pickleball players.
Do you guys know what pickleball is?
I play pickleball.
Yeah, I know it's a really intense sport that's kind of dirty.
No, maybe you're thinking racquetball.
Yeah. I'm thinking racquetball.
Or the other game in the
squash.
Room. Mm-hmm. Squash. Yes, that's what it's called. Okay, no, pickleball is for caters towards older people because it's like
it's tennis on a small scale.
Yes, it's in between tennis and ping pong.
Yeah,
because you use like a little wiffle ball sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like a wiffle ball sized. It's like a softball sized wiffle ball.
Yeah.
And then you have like ping pong looking paddles, bigger. Like a tennis racket sized paddle, but the design is like a ping pong paddle.
Yeah. And so then you set it up on a tennis court, but you only use a smaller, shorter net, and you use a smaller part of the tennis court. Anyway. There are people in communities because now, old people are more at risk right now and they want to be outside and be able to do something active. And that's basically all they have is pickleball. And when you've got, four different nets on a tennis court, that gets pretty loud because pickleball, it's like the ball hitting the racket is really loud.
Really?
So people in northern Michigan are complaining because there's this one community that's at it.
Complaining too.
They're complaining about the noise, about the avid pickleball 911, players.
What's your emergency?
They were saying the hours that they were playing are starting too early and going too late. So like the HOA set up, I was watching a video, they set up like sound blocking curtains on the fence. So it's like it's like blacked out sound blocking things, and they have hours that they can only play. And here, let me just read you a tidbit of
Enlighten
the article.
me.
Yeah.
Enlighten me in this.
Share the knowledge.
It says some residents in northern Michigan community are complaining about noise during the summer nights. Rowdy teens? No. Adults playing pickleball.
elderly old people disturbing the peace.
They are there. Iron Mountain and the Upper Peninsula won't restrict pickleball hours at 4 courts. City manager Jordan Stanchina, I'm going to just butcher that name, had suggested ending games at 6 p.m., but 20 players attended a recent council meeting to object. So, man, they've got picket
lines.
They've got like a Facebook group probably. They're like banding together, like picketing with signs and stuff. Anyway.
Hashtag save the sea turtles and cancel the noise.
Roxanne says, who lives next to the course.
Roxanne.
Said she and her husband just want to move, in her words.
What is it? If that's the biggest problem in your life, you should count your blessings.
Yeah, I know. If pickleball noise is from old people getting exercise,
that has to be the saddest but also happiest life.
That's your only problem.
I know if that's their biggest problem, Roxanne,
World
that
hunger,
you have to deal with.
Count your blessings instead of sheep.
This is a. She continued on. This is with. I will put air quotes where the lady, the writer of this article inserted the quotes of her into the sentence. Here we go. Noise from the paddles and plastic balls goes on hour after hour and
terrible.
just drives you nuts.
Terrible.
Hudson told the council.
Just drives you nuts.
Just drives you nuts. That's what Roxanne has to say about
Roxanne.
Roxanne. Anyway, yeah, I
don't know.
I don't know if what I would do in that situation because it's just old people playing pickleball. Like it's not that loud. Like it is loud and annoying, but it's like.
Were you gonna sue them?
It's not gunshots. It's not.
And how much are you at your house?
Construction.
Like.
True.
Have you ever thought about going out and playing pickleball with them?
True.
Have you ever thought of getting a job
Roxanne.
or going to school?
Whoa, okay.
Oh, mic drop. Mic drop.
Hey.
We gotta use more of those. We do need to
use more of those. Yeah. All right. And then this next one here. This is this one I was avidly laughing for like 10 minutes after reading this. This is the headline.
Preparing myself.
Florida man escapes.
Florida man.
This is a Florida man story. Florida man escapes after stealing candles and using bear mace on people at a Florida mall.
Bear mace?
He used mace. This is a story. In Miami, a man stole candles from a small store and sprayed dozens of patrons with bear mace repellent in Miami before escaping, police said. The theft happened Saturday afternoon at a Bath and Body Works. Man, I don't know what
Bed Bath and Beyond? No.
Bath and
we
Body
got
Works,
one of those. Yeah.
And he basically,
places.
it seems like he just stole a bunch of candles, ran out the door, spraying everyone in sight with mace, and he got 35 people in the store with this mace, and a bunch of them had to go to the hospital.
Let's just talk about how Boff and Batty.
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works here has 35 people in their store.
I never thought about that.
What?
I need to get into that business.
That's a lot of
I'm in the
candles.
wrong profession. Drop the YouTube. I'm just going.
Customers. Wow.
What? Yeah.
That's
yeah.
Business is booming for the
I guess it was in the mall, so maybe because when mace is sprayed, it doesn't just affect if you get it topically.
Yeah.
it's a very it just in the air.
The skin,
It irritates the skin if it gets in the air.
Mace.
Mace? How do I define mace?
Well,
It's what do you mean? It's like a
it's like pepper spray.
Okay.
It's a. I'm not sure
You
if it's a
said bear
brand.
mace.
bear mace.
So
Which-
it's bear mace.
So bear mace is a lot more concentrated, and it shoots
It's like a 30-foot
feet.
radius.
Yeah.
Like
Like
a-
yeah. Have you ever used the wasp sprayer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
that.
It's like
but
that,
it's
but-
It's like a
further.
hose almost.
It's like a hose,
Oh, like
and
it's-
it's
yeah.
strong. It's
yeah.
bad.
Like it's built to deter bears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a
I mean,
900-pound grizzly.
Yeah.
And he sprayed it on 35 people.
35
or
overweight
30 people
at
were
the
in
mall.
the blast radius. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yeah,
They
and
might have not been in their eyes.
If it
but,
doesn't get you on the it's still you
you know,
can breathe it in, and it's
it can burn your lungs.
it's
Sort of
it's
thing.
very
Yeah.
it's very destructive.
Yikes.
But maybe that was some people in the mall. If you ran out and he's still spraying, maybe it was
Yeah.
other people in the mall.
Or it
So
lingered.
maybe,
People ran over to help.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how most
Wow, that is an awful.
but
That's
the
awful.
mall part of the mall was evacuated, and they had to get everything out.
Yeah.
But he escaped. He wasn't caught.
What?
What?
Yeah, no.
Security?
A fugitive of the law to this very
We
day.
have this was a day. This was literally yesterday. So we have a man in Miami, Florida, who stole a bunch of candles and is running rampant with an empty bottle of mace. Candles. That's all he stole. Candles.
Candles.
What
That's a big
was
black
that?
market business right there.
What?
How do you get to that point of okay, so
candles.
today I brush my teeth, get dressed, take a shower.
Candles.
Candles. I need candles right now.
I need candles.
Wallet. Oh, I don't have any money.
Don't got any
Where
money.
do I gotta go? I gotta go to the mall in Miami, and I gotta
He probably
Hey,
saw
look,
a
I got
tweet
some
that
bear
was
mace
like,
with me
if you see
too."
this tweet, I dare you
the bath.
to go into the mall and spray everyone with.
It's just a prank, bro.
And
Just a
also,
prank.
yeah, if he had enough money for bear mace, Why didn't he
You
just buy
bought the
candles? Like, was this guy
How many
on?
candles
Oh, yeah,
could he
did he buy
carry?
the bear mace?
Oh, that's true though.
Ooh, did he steal the bear mace?
Right?
mace? Did he? So, all right, conspiracy theory here. So it's actually a loop. So he steals the candles, sprays the bear mace, but then throws the candles when he's stealing the bear mace. So it's a never-ending cycle.
Wait.
What?
So
Wait, okay,
So he goes to the candle store.
Yep.
And he steals the candles, and he sprays them, and he sprays the bear mace. Then he goes to the bear mace store and throws the candles as he's stealing the mace.
We got a time traveler on our hands.
That's smart. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
My man in Miami he's doing good work. He is single-handedly supporting the well, and actually, no, he's destroying the candle in the bear mace market. Anyway, I just don't know.
Free advertising.
Dude, that's
I've
true.
never wanted to go to a Bath and I can't speak today. Body Works.
Okay, it's right. You said Bath and Body Works,
Bath and Body Works.
but say
Body
it
and Bath
during a
Works.
sentence. Like
I've always wanted to go to Bath and Body Works.
It's so
now
hard.
that you said it, I can say it. Like,
okay.
Since I was a young child of the age of 3, I've always dreamed of traveling to a Miami mall and going to the Bath and Body Works. And while I was there picking up loads of candles that I just love so much.
love them candles.
Love them candles.
It's candle looking good.
Candle looking good. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing with all the candles. Like, is there a black market candle market that no one knows about? I don't know. Like
It will
Yankee
forever
Candle?
remain a mystery, and with the end of that story, I
Yeah.
think
If
we
you
need
have
to
any
take another break
information,
as well.
please
Call
email us.
911. Yeah, email us or call
At
911. Carter.goats.cats@gmail.com.
You heard
Do
it here
it.
first, folks.
Email it and subscribe too, because
Subscribe.
maybe we'll have an update on this pretty soon.
This would
'cause,
be interesting.
Yes,
Yeah.
we might
Alright.
have a continuing story with the unknown man from Miami.
The unknown
Florida.
man.
The unknown man. Yes. Well, that
The
was
story
it.
you're about to hear is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent.
Oh, Dragnet.
Dun dun dun.
Don't remember
And with
that.
that, cut.
Are we time to take a break now?
Yes.
Yes.
And we'll be right back
Hey.
with the Goats and Cats podcast.
Yes. And welcome back from the break.
Yes,
and
sir.
this is
Yes,
our
sir.
final, the sad
The
final segment.
Final countdown.
Awesome.
Of this episode, and we are going to close with a little bit more about the Minecraft and how we how this
Some fun
all came
stories.
together. Yeah. So just share.
Mining
Yes.
away.
So I think, all right. So we all really enjoy Minecraft as a game. It's
Oh, yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
And especially
Who
with my,
doesn't?
with my YouTube channel being centered on Minecraft, I thought we'd just kind of take this time and just kind of reminisce about the amazing
Reminisce.
experiences
about
we
the
had.
Minecraft community.
Minecraft
Back in my
community.
day.
But it's really cool because all three of us met not in person for the first time. We all met
In Minecraft.
in Minecraft.
We did. We did. Just
we had
hearing
a-
that your voices. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like this.
Yeah, just like this.
Just like this. It's amazing.
all you Spotify listeners out there,
This is
Yeah.
what you would have heard if you were
Yeah.
playing with us in 2020. you know?
Yeah.
Right? Yep. It was all on the realm. So our friend has a realm. We all joined it. And it was interesting because there were so many phases
Yeah.
of the realm. You would
Oh,
have
yeah.
like, there would be the phase where
Yeah.
it'd just be stuck in the creative world. And you'd be like, wait, can we bring it back to the survival world,
Boring.
please?
Yeah.
And then I think the first survival world I joined, I didn't get very far. Like, I don't know if it even had diamond armor in that game. Like, it was a very short-lived thing. It had like, it was. Oh, I remember the very first time I joined the realm. It was an all acacia. The entire world was an acacia biome, which
Oh yeah, that was
sucked.
before me.
Oh.
Yeah,
All
that was before
acacia
me.
trees. And so the next rendition of the realm, I think, was when Mace joined,
Yeah, yeah,
which
yeah.
was kind of known as the Purge.
Purge.
Because that was
Quite literally.
everybody was
Oh
underground.
Oh my gosh,
It
that
was,
was it was fun, but it was quite boring in other regards. Like
Yeah.
I mean, just everybody's afraid of each other.
Yeah.
We're all have like 4x4 bases at the bottom of the bottom of the map.
Yeah, like I had a tiny little base that was underground.
Somebody tries to build a house. Dumb, you know,
Burned to the ground.
yeah.
And then after the purge, I think was one of the best renditions of the realm.
Yeah.
New survival world. No killing each other. No stealing. No griefing. You know, keep like
We had a
hermitcraft
constitution,
rules.
boys. We had a
We
constitution.
did have a constitution.
And we had a currency, gold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The Capitol.
Yes.
The Capitol building.
Dixieland. That's
I
like the
literally
main
rented
thing.
out stores. Like, I mean, I had a real estate empire.
He was Kevin O'Leary of Minecraft.
But it was so funny because, right, Dixieland. I'm
Yep.
going to refer to that rendition of the realm as Dixieland because Dixieland.
That was the name of the town that we built.
Yeah.
We had a city limits too.
Oh, there was.
Yeah, there was a city limits.
Oh yeah,
There's
I remember
codes.
there was like
Yeah. there was
dude.
literal building codes.
People would have to come to us.
You couldn't have a basement unless you
Yeah.
had a permit. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, we literally
Oh yeah,
write
you could
permits.
only build up to like a certain Y level.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
Because an unnamed person built a skyscraper out of netherite. You know who you are.
Oh, I remember that.
I remember who that is too. An avid listener of the show too. Man,
Yeah.
might I add? It's gonna
Yeah.
be coming on maybe at some point.
Dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because it was two hills in an acacia biome.
It
and
was like
in
a
that
bowl.
valley.
It was
yeah,
it was like a
and then you just
bowl. Yeah.
totally flattened it.
Yeah.
And called it Dixieland.
Yep.
It's a beautiful place.
It was
Yeah.
a beautiful. That was the best rendition of the realm by far.
Oh,
Oh
totally.
yeah. We had hotels, like for the people that lived like way out of Jason had his hotel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then also, because I remember when that world was created, Brendan joined. So like whenever new rendition of the realm, everybody's on, right?
Yeah.
I think probably all of us were in a
The
call.
honeymoon period.
And I remember
Yeah.
Brendan joined. And then, like an hour later, he got the free the end achievement because he just
Yeah.
beaten the whole
Oh my
game
god!
under
Every
an
time,
hour.
every time with
Every
that
time, yeah.
I've played a game with. He just beats
was like,
everything. he's just trying to go with
Yeah.
what are they called speed runs. Yeah,
Speed runs. Oh yeah,
Speed runs. Oh yeah.
that's the big thing in Minecraft now.
Rivaling dream.
how fast you can beat the game.
Yeah.
How fast? It's insane. And then after Dixieland, we had the
Big Rock Candy.
Big Rock Candy Mountain.
And the Big
In the
Rock
Big
Candy
Candy
Mountain.
Mountain.
All the cops have wooden legs. And the bulldogs all have rubber teeth. And the hens lay soft-boiled eggs. The farmer's fields.
It's so good
It's such a
because
good song.
that one was like the in
That
between
was-
between the Purge and Dixieland because it was like you were split up into clans.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Fight. So, if I remember right here, tell me if I'm leaving something out here. There was clans, and you were immune in your clan, so like you were safe there. Nobody could grief your base. Nobody could kill you. But then other people from other clans, if they came in, you could kill them, or
Right.
etc.
Yep. Yep.
But then the problem became your borders are too small, and people are just griefing the outside of your clan. So it's kind of like
Expanding.
Yes.
going back to that nether
Property rights.
and
Yep.
in Dixieland.
But
Good stuff.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
that. I wasn't a huge fan of that setup just because it was like
Well, we
It's
had
tricky. It was
was
like
very
there were
tricky.
We
two.
were-
There were enough rules that
Yeah.
there were rules that you had to be aware of, but there were too many rules so that you were aware of the rules.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm stepping
Like
in
I was
there?
always
And-
feeling like I was going to
and-
break one of the rules.
and
at
there's
some
always
point.
people trying to like bend the rules. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Not break
it's
them,
tricky.
but just kind of like you know.
It was a very gray area. And,
Well, we were trying something
law.
new. You
Yeah,
know?
we were.
We had the Purge. We had Niceville, USA. And then we had Dixie. I mean, not Dixie. Big Rock Candy. That was what our
Big
base.
Rock
That's what
Candy
Ian
Mountain.
and
Yeah,
I's
our
base
clan,
was called. We had
Big
some
Rock
other
Candy
people.
that
Mountain.
was a very exclusive club. I was in the Grizzly clan.
He was in the
Shout
Grizzly.
out.
Grizzly clan.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Darn it! They had a sign, Mace. We should have made one.
Yeah, we
like a handshake or something.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think we had like a logo too. Like we were.
Yeah, oh,
our
yeah.
group
Y'all-
chat. Our group chat was bumping
Yeah.
24/7.
Bussin'.
Bussin'. It was very bussin'. But just
My
besides, like just playing on the realm, we did other stuff.
Oh,
'Cause,
High
Yeah.
Pixel.
Oh.
High
yes.
Pixel. Simon High Pixel.
Oh my god.
Simon, what?
Wait, what?
what?
Simon. That's his name. Simon High Pixel.
That's the guy who created it?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Oh my! How did you guys not know this? He has like He's the owner of the server, Simon Hypixel.
Hypixel
He has
is
like a
someone's
Twitter
last
account. He has
name.
everything.
Wait, really?
Wait a minute.
I
now.
have
That's how he
no-
organizes. Have you guys never heard of this, Simon Hypixel?
No.
I just clicked the download link.
Do you ever wonder-
Hypixel
It
and
literally
played
just
games.
came on my thing already.
Do you ever
Like,
wonder
there's a
why
preset.
the like salesman is a sloth?
No.
It's because Simon Hypixel's profile is a sloth. Like that's
Really?
yeah.
I never
You've
knew there
never
was a
heard of
law.
Simon
I thought
Hypixel.
Hypixel was just
No.
like a
group.
cheesy
Yeah.
name for a server.
I thought it was just like the Hypixel clan or I mean
Yeah.
like a bunch of.
Yeah.
I mean, like they host tournaments. They
They do.
partner with people. They're admins.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
it's
my
it's a
gosh.
big
Yeah,
deal.
I knew it was a big deal, but I just didn't know if it was like that
Yeah.
big. Wow.
Like,
Huh.
That
Yeah.
guy's making some real money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
I
for
bet.
sure. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, but like, dude. Speaking of like Hypixel, we would do mini games on the realms.
Oh, mini game.
Makers Wars.
Oh my goodness!
yeah.
With the that's one of the little islands, right? Where you have
Yes.
to. Yeah.
It was
Oh.
essentially Sky Wars except kind of simplified.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah.
That we found our like bread and butter with
Oh.
the sets
my
that we would
gosh.
use in the islands, and we would just play those.
And like some people are better at some islands than others.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they just
Mm.
knew what to do, where to go, where you know what I mean. Like
And then
it was
the
definitely like,
teaming
this
up
is an
of-
Ian Island, or you know what I mean.
when we would have the teams, we did guys against girls at one time. Do you
Yeah.
remember
Oh!
the girls huddled in their base and just shot arrows
and
at
they
us?
killed all of us.
They
we were
wrecked us.
destroyed. Oh my gosh.
I remember
was
once. I remember
amazing.
because it was really interesting because the aquatic update of Minecraft just come out, and then
Yeah.
tridents were introduced in PvP.
Oh,
and
yes.
that was really interesting because like man, if you had a channeling trident, it
Yeah,
was- it
yeah,
was
that
great.
changed. And then with the if you had an elytra and the
was
trident,
OP.
you
Oh,
were just
yeah.
you
It
were
was too
just-
OP.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was bummer. But then we played Knockback Madness. Which,
Oh, I think I actually have a video on Knockback Madness.
Really?
Oh.
I do.
See,
Ooh.
these guys love my knockback madness, but my computer is so bad. I mean, it would literally be like I got hit. 5 seconds later, I'm flying backwards, and on my
Lag,
screen, I
lag,
didn't
lag,
even
lag,
see the
lag.
person run up
I've
to
been
me.
impaled.
Yeah.
Oh,
so,
that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun if you have a fast enough computer and you can get
Yeah.
all
Oh,
the
it's
timing
intense.
down and the double
Oh, it's
jumps and
intense.
it is.
Oh yeah, double. I remember for the longest time I didn't know you could
Did-
double
yeah.
jump.
Same.
So I
They-
just fall
they-
off, and everyone would be like, "Ian, why aren't you double jumping?" I'm like, "There's double jumping."
Well, they withheld that information from
Same.
me.
No one
Like,
told me.
Nobody would tell me. They'd be like, "Don't tell them. Don't tell
Yeah.
them."
The
Until one
secret.
day I was just like crying so much. They're like, "Okay, we'll have pity on you." You know.
And you were already lagging so
Yeah.
much that it just
I was the
wasn't
one guy who
pretty.
needed jump. Honestly, that probably didn't help out much because I just was lagging.
Yeah, the realm was such a good time. Like it was so sad that the realm kind of like died off.
But the yeast SMP may come into being.
Oh,
The yeast
The
SMP.
yeast SMP. So I'm in talks now. I'm not sure if you guys knew this already, but I know none of you knew this. I've been talking to some people. We're going to try to make a yeast SMP here. It's going to be intense,
wait.
boys.
Describe what SMP is, just really quick.
Survival multiplayer.
Okay,
I
okay.
believe
like,
that's
like the realm.
like the
Okay,
realm.
okay,
It's
alright.
it's like the realm. Well, it is a realm basically,
Yeah.
but it's a little like the Dream SMP.
I don't think so.
No way.
don't know the
You
Dream
don't know the
SMP?
Dream SMP? Do you know
So,
who Dream is?
Have you ever watched
No.
Do you know who Technoblade is?
So
No.
do you watch?
know who Purpled is?
No.
Do,
Do
you
you-
know who
do you watch-
Sapnap is?
No.
Do you know who Tommy Innit is?
No.
do you watch?
We need to
YouTube?
educate you.
Do you watch?
How do you not know who Dream is?
I'm sorry. I don't. I don't.
He's been
watch,
in Mr. Beast gaming videos.
I
Yeah.
don't watch Mr. Beast
All right,
gaming
quick
or
rundown on
Mr.
Dream.
Beast or
He had like the
Dream.
world's fastest speed record for beating Minecraft. He has his SMP, a bunch of other YouTubers.
He
It's kind of like
used to have the world record. You know,
he used to have the world record.
Ian
Um,
beat it.
I wish.
It's kind of like TikToker houses, except
Okay.
SMP is like
Oh,
a
okay.
Minecrafter realm. So it's all like
Okay,
realm
yeah.
content.
It's insane,
creators.
but the thing is, it's so organized, and there's so many famous Minecraft
Yeah.
like streamers, YouTubers in it.
Oh, yeah.
that like they've realized, wow, the community really loves this SMP for some
Yeah.
reason, and so
Oh.
they've narrowed it down. Like there's lore, there's scripts, there's things like that.
yeah.
So it
Oh,
like really
okay.
farms the stories in the SMP.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeast SMP now.
Yeast SMP.
Yeast SMP. So I'm in talks with people who want to try to make a yeast SMP here.
Mhm.
I mean, y'all are invited. Right
Okay.
on. I'll
Sweet.
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure how long this is going to take to set up. This might be 2 weeks, a year. The timeline is not
Apex.
exactly there, but yeah, I'm really excited for this.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's going to
great.
be a great crossover event in cinematic history.
All right.
Oh yes, love to see
Nice.
it.
East
Love to
SMP.
see
You'll
it.
love to say it, mate. You'll love
it.
to say it.
Yes,
All right.
but
All right.
yeah, with that,
I think
let's.
I think that's it.
Is that
All
it?
right.
Oh, really quick, just about how the structure is going to be.
Yup.
The whole complete podcast in this entirety video will be on
Video
my
and
YouTube channel.
audio.
Video and audio. Yep.
Be
on my
Goats
YouTube
and Cats
channel.
podcast.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Subscribe. We are also, like I said, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Music. Don't know where else you guys listen to podcasts. I hope there's nowhere else I'm
Apple
missing.
Podcasts.
I said that.
Oh, you
We're on
did?
there. Yes.
Darn it.
But the audio will be there, slightly different, but pretty much the same length. And then there's going to do a shortened version.
So on my channel, QCraft, KYU Craft, QCraft. The link will be in the description if you don't know what to spell. Anyway. So on my channel, I'm going to be posting this last segment, which was the Minecraft segment. So it's, collabs and my viewers to Goats and Cats podcast. So be sure to subscribe to QCraft and the Goats and Cats podcast.
Yes. And then we're going to bounce it right over to
And then
Senior
over
East.
here, Senior East, the tall, handsome, humble one. Yeah, so I'm SENOR East. So I'm gonna have the first part we were talking about, kind of trials and triumphs of being a small YouTuber and all that sort of jazz.
Yeah.
It should be pretty good.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
But you guys got anything else to that?
Be sure to subscribe to Senior East.
Yes.
Subscribe to QCraft.
And subscribe to
And
Cats
the
and
Cats
Dogs
and Dogs
podcast.
podcast.
I just butchered that name. That was sad anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all right.
Yeah.
But yes, thank you guys so much for watching.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having
Thanks
us,
for having us,
guys.
man.
Thanks for coming.
Great.
This is a great little collab, and we will be seeing you guys in the next one and over on his channel and his channel. So, thank you guys.